In this video, we are going to understand all about conveyors, that is, lengthed objects. We are going to understand about how to create those, how to connect those, look at different properties and functions. So stay tuned till end of this video. Hello guys, welcome to another grand interesting video on your Leansimcorp channel and welcome to plant simulation tutorials. So let us start creating conveyors and understanding those in detail. So to understand that, first we need to create a source, and then what we are going to do is we are going to create stations in series. So I create one station here, another here, and then the next one let's create here, and then I bring in the source out here. Okay, so we have this system been generated. Now, in order to create a conveyor between these stations and connect those, what you have to do is you have to select conveyors and you have to select the station in this way. Okay, the moment you select this in this way, plant simulation automatically connects that conveyor with the station. Now what you have to do is you have to decide the destination location onto the station. The moment you do this, the conveyor is going to get created, and when you look at this 3D view, you can see that the conveyor is ready to be created. Now coming back again into working mode, we are going to add another conveyor by doing the same thing for this station as well. And when we go in the presentation mode, we are supposed to see how that works. So I run the simulation model now in the real-time mode, and let us look at how it looks. So this is the easiest way to connect conveyors without having any connections, just like we have it in Flexsim, right? In plant simulation, it's quite easy and effective to connect the stations between each other. Now once you have connected these two stations effectively, you can see the part has now started flowing onto the conveyor to different stations, right? Now let us understand about how we can create curved conveyors and connect those and understand about connections and more. So now this is the next area where we are going to create this stuff. I can drag a source here, and then we have a station out here. And the next thing is that we need to have a station here, and then we need to have a source here. Now say you want to connect these two stations using conveyors. How you're gonna do that? So the first step remains the same. Now if you see, this is a straight line you're gonna get, or this is another vertical line you're gonna get, but you don't get the curvature. For doing that, you have to hold a control key on your keyboard, and you can see that the curvature now becomes visible. Okay, so when I click on this, I get a 90-degree conveyor using control key onto the keyboard. Okay, now I create another segment down there, right? And then I do another curved conveyor, and let's make another straight conveyor. Now you can see the system has been created of conveyors, but the problem is our station is below here at this area, but the conveyor ends at this top area. In order to make this manipulated, you need to right click on the conveyor and click on show manipulators. I'll just go in the presentation view here. Let's go in a 3D view. Okay, and in this view you can clearly see that we have these anchor points available here. Using these anchor points, what you can do is you can adjust this, and you can see that entire conveyor system gets anchored, or you can adjust it as per your requirement. And then you can also move this anchor point here, and you can have the system connected to each other. When I look at the presentation mode here now, and when I reset and run this, probably you should be able to see the parts flowing onto the conveyors from the system, creating this part moment. Okay, now this is how the parts are moving from the conveyor, and it goes to the stations onto there. So this is so easy, in plant simulation. In order to manipulate the conveyor lengths, you just need to drag, and whole conveyor set gets dragged up. Now let us understand about this. We can click on show manipulator again to just hide these anchor points. Now let us drag these stations away from each other, and you can see now we have a space between the conveyors and the stations created here. What is this going to do basically is, now we need to fill this area, and we are not going to use manipulator in this case. We will be using another method, and that is segments, where you need to do is you need to right click on the conveyor and you see these properties coming out here. Going in the segments, when you click on the append, you see this thing out there, and when you click on the station here, okay, and you finish this, probably you should be able to see the conveyors. I will just add this append, okay, and here it comes, and you see the conveyor is appended. Now this is how you need to basically create the thing, and you can basically create or append and multiple properties of these things you can see in this conveyor systems. Now in order to basically delete the segments of the conveyor, you can just delete this anchor point, and probably deleting that anchor point will help you delete that appended section of your conveyor, and that is so that easy. Okay, now let me again append that, and we create that here. Okay, and let's see by just resetting and running a model how this simulation model runs. So here we have seen using different conveyor properties in order to connect the conveyor from station 1 to station 2. Now do stay with us in part 2 of plant simulation tutorial, where we are going to understand more in detail about conveyor properties, editing those stuffs, and entering some values. So stay tuned. If you haven't liked the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Leansimcorp. Also visit our website leansimcorp.com for accessing premium content available there for industrial automation, AI, ML, and simulation digital twin. So till then, keep simulating, keep watching. Bye bye.